If you were a Transformer,
Yes.
what car do you think you would be?
I have thought about this.
Yeah. Okay, Hailee, thanks so much for sitting down with us. I'm from Cineworld, so I guess my first question is, as movie lovers at Cineworld, what's your favourite thing about going to the cinema?
Just the experience of buying a movie ticket. I mean, I that's something that I will save, you know, a ticket to a movie that I love, just to remind me of it. But going and finding your seat, getting your snacks, and just kind of losing yourself, forgetting about everything in your life for the time that you're in this space, and getting lost in the story that's being told. I think there's really nothing that compares.
So, as a movie fan, prior to joining the Bumblebee team, were you a fan of Transformers in general?
Yeah, of course. The films were what I knew and what I had, you know, a connection to. So when it came to being a part of this, it felt like a real honor and quite surreal. Just the idea of being a part of something so huge and so meaningful to so many people. And I'm really excited I get to be a part of this and a part of a story I think Transformers fans and non-Transformers fans will really love.
Here's the deal. People can be terrible about things they don't understand. From now on, the only person you can show yourself around is me. Oh, I'm good. No, I'm good, thanks.
This is my heavy-hitting journalist question right now. If you were a Transformer,
Yes.
what car do you think you would be?
I have thought about this, and I still don't have an answer. It changes all the time. When I was growing up, I really wanted a bug as my first car. A baby blue one, to be exact.
Specific.
I don't know. There's something I've learned now after having spent time with one for quite a while. I think there's something quite cool about being this sort of large, powerful protector of a Transformer, being able to turn into a
Something cozy.
cute little cozy
Little dinky.
Yeah, exactly.
They're calling an army.
I've seen firsthand, these things really are.
Bumblebee, there is only one way to end this war. You must protect Earth and its people.
Take it down!
My back, me!
So in this movie, you have, without going into spoiler territory, you have some fairly hefty emotional scenes.
Yes.
But you're often opposite Bumblebee, who isn't there in real life. So as an actor, how is that? What's the process behind that for you?
Well, it was very strange. I had moments where I was like, oh yeah, this will be fine. I'm not gonna have a problem with this, to I'm a little concerned for my well-being. I'll be talking to myself for 4 months here. This is gonna be very weird. And it just really became about creating enough backstory, creating enough backstory with Charlie and her relationship with her father, who she lost, and feeling like all she's really looking for in life is to be understood and seen. And whether that be from her family or a friend or someone new that she meets or a car that turns into a robot, there's a wonderful message there and a story that unfolds between her and this robot, this friendship, really. So it was very interesting, but I think it really all came down to just creating the parallels in my life that would possibly come close to the idea of the scenarios in the film.
There's a war raging on our planet. If this criminal isn't found, that war may find its way here.
Is there anyone that can help you? You have a family? Oh, me.
Did you have many conversations with Travis about?
Many conversations, ongoing conversations. We were constantly making discoveries as we went along, about this character and her story and her background and everything. And Kelly Freeman Craig, who I worked with, who wrote and directed Edge of 17, she did the rewrite for this. And so she and I had multiple conversations as well with Travis in really developing who this person is and her voice and what it sounds like.
I'm interested that you brought up Edge of 17, because I was going to mention that to you, because it's one of my favourite films of the past couple of years.
Thank you.
What I love about it was that it's this beautiful coming-of-age story. It's a classic coming-of-age tale. And I found that with Bumblebee as well. It's very nostalgic, even throws back to John Hughes, the king of that kind of story. Is there something about that kind of tale that draws your interest?
Yeah, there is, actually. I do feel like with Edge of 17 and similarly with Bumblebee, I was able to play these young female characters that felt honest. I think that young female characters can often be misperceived. There are these sort of, ideas that people have of how they speak and how they dress and how they look and how they feel and how they react to certain situations that are sometimes blown out of proportion or just not fully accurate. And I felt like these two characters are portrayed very realistically when it comes to being a teenage girl struggling with finding your identity and growing up. And that's what I was drawn to.
This is how we stop them.
My last question would be, what is it about Bumblebee that needs to be seen on the big screen?
I mean, there's so much. I love the fact that this is a film that has so much heart and emotion and is very character-driven, and at the same time, incredibly thrilling and action-packed, and it moves. This film just moves, and there's so much going on and so much to identify with as everything is happening. And I think it's very special. I think it's one to see with your friends and with your family. And I hope that, it's enjoyable for them.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.